Elizabeth Purtee, Growing Old Disgracefully. Growing Old Disgracefully, Elizabeth Purtee.
There it is, Elizabeth. Growing Old Disgracefully. That's the class I'm taking this semester. My friend was pointing out the class in the current Osher Lifelong Learning Institute, or OLLI, directory. That sounds like a hoot, Dottie Lee. I'm going to take it too. My friend Dottie Lee is an 80-year-old diva. And I mean that in the best possible way. This brilliant woman is a knockout for any age. She has long, wavy red hair, the latest fashions, exquisite makeup. And did I mention she always wears high-heel shoes? Looks, brain, spirit. What an inspiration. If my friend Dottie Lee found this to be a provocative class, I was in too. Next class, I was there. But Dottie Lee wasn't. There were 5 of us in attendance, including the teacher. She welcomed me to the class and introduced me to the other members and asked me, Elizabeth, what do you hope to get out of this class? I don't know what to expect from this class, but I love the sound of it. Growing Old Disgracefully. Sounds like breaking all the rules and norms of aging. I can get into that. I no sooner said those words when she came up with, I don't know why I'm saying this since nobody's here. I've been the class facilitator for the past 3 years. Frankly, I want to turn over the reins. As I looked around at my fellow classmates, they were each whispering. I, on the other hand, felt a certain leap inside. And no, it wasn't gas. I didn't say anything, but ideas started flooding my mind. Next stop, Barnes & Noble. I asked the attendant to point me to the section on health and aging. I fingered through each book, noting its title, waiting for inspiration. The first book that spoke out to me was called Younger Next Year. I pulled it off the shelf, opened it up, read through the table of contents, and thought, this is a keeper. Next book that spoke out to me was called How Can I Be 70 When I'm 35 Inside? Another keeper. Just holding these 2 books in my hands gave me the knowing that I was to be the next facilitator of Growing Old Disgracefully. I followed my intuition and called the OLLI office and asked Carol to please have the teacher call me back. I waited. Nothing. I waited and waited and waited. A week later, still nothing. I returned to the OLLI office. Carol was very surprised to find out that the teacher had not followed up. She called her right then and there and left a message. I no sooner reached my car when my cell phone rang. It was the teacher. Wow, that was fast. I wonder if I've been a little bit too bold for a newcomer to the class. Maybe I'm being a little bit too aggressive. Oh, I hope I'm not offending the teacher. Hello? Is this Elizabeth Purtee? Yes? Elizabeth, I am so glad you volunteered to take over the class. Thank you. What did I learn from this experience? I'll tell you what. I learned to pay attention to my feelings. Whenever I've been really fearful or angry or worried to regret the action. But whenever, on the other hand, my inner voice has given me some good feelings, happiness, excitement, energy, it's like a big red go sign inside. If I follow that inner voice, it's always been a good decision. So what I've found is that since my inner feelings usually direct me so well, I developed a mantra. Listen and follow your inner voice. It's smarter than you think. I followed my inner voice, and now I'm the teacher of the Growing Old Disgracefully class, and I'm having a lot of fun. And yes, my friend Dottie Lee attends it. 2 months ago, I came across a saying. It was great. Change is a sheep in wolf's clothing. Isn't that great? It's just what I needed to have the courage to leap into this class and leap into this last third of my life with gusto, breaking all the rules, being open to new ideas, and absolutely growing old disgracefully.